everyone. Today I'm here to discuss online training on the topic teaching and learning styles. Teaching and learning styles means all the teachers have different teaching styles and the students have different learning styles, means they learn with the different methods. So in today's topic we will discuss both teaching and learning styles. So in this first we have the multiple intelligences. Multiple intelligence means these are the learning styles of the students. So in this first we have like the picture smart. Smart means visual spatial, means students can learn by seeing anything in front of them, like different images, right? We can show them a picture, video. Students can learn very easily. Then next we have the music smart. As we all are very much aware about that, the students learn the song very easily, right? Because they have interest in learning the songs. Similarly, the students have the learning styles in the form of a musical, means we have to adopt some methods which includes the music smart, like choreography, right? Then body smart means by showing some actions from our body. Teachers can show some actions so that student can learn them properly. Then pupil smart means interpersonal means students can learn from the other students or other people, like their peer, their classmates, their peer group, right? Then the word smart means verbal linguistic, means we have to use the different emphasis on the words. When we use the language period in the class, we have to use the different emphasis on the words, means on our pronunciation, like. Then logic smart means logical, mathematical, in maths, different steps. A problem solving method means we have to solve a problem step by step and then we get the result. Logic smart. Then the nature smart means naturalistic, means a student can learn from the nature, what happening in the nature. We have to relate these things in our study so that students can learn them easily. Then last but not the least, self smart means intrapersonal means student learn from themselves. They experience something and learn these things in their life, right? So like this, in multiple intelligence we discuss all these methods. Naturalistic means loves animals, plants, nature, understanding natural world. Biologist, conservationist means they learn from the nature by loving the animals, by loving the plants, by loving the nature, why these things are happen, how these things are happen, right? Linguistic means language, means when we discuss the poetry in the class, storytelling, right? We have to use the different type of pronunciation on the different words. We emphasize on some words and some words we speak out normally. Then the visual and the spatial means we have to represent some shapes in front of the students, some designs, some graphics, so they can learn easily, because these pictures make images in their brain. Then kinesthetic, in this we excel in performing sports, physical activities, means we involve the students in the physical activities. So when they perform the physical activities with their own, they learn better, right? Then musical means excel in performing and composing musical pieces, like choreography on a song, right? Or choreography on a poetry or any other language, Punjabi, Hindi, right? Then the logical. Logical means mathematics, logical thinking, problem solving, right? Bankers accounts में use करते हैं. Intrapersonal. Intrapersonal means ability to understand one's inner feeling and have self-realization and to know about oneself. Philosopher clergy means they learn from the other people, right? Then interpersonal. Interpersonal means ability to organize people, group activities, social relationship, leaders, social workers. Means they develop the quality with their self. Interpersonal. Then here we have some using multiple intelligence in the classroom that we can use in our classroom while teaching. So multiple intelligence, in this first we have the words, means verbal linguistic. So what are the teaching activities? These are storytelling, graphics, lecture, word game, quizzes. All these included in verbal linguistic, right? Then next we have number. Number means logical, mathematical. Logical mathematical means we give some brain teasers to the students. We have to perform some experiments, giving the problem solving to the students so they can learn better. Their learning become easier and they show interest. Then pictures. Pictures means visual spatial. So in this we can use mind map, art, visual presentation, PowerPoint presentation. So students can learn better. Then music. Music means musical, rhythmic, like choreography. On a poem or different story, right? Then self-reflection. Self-reflection means intrapersonal. Intrapersonal means they learn from themselves, like individualized instructions. We have to give the instructions to individual student, or the student have the capacity for independent learning. We can give some topic to the students, they prepare well and then discuss with the classroom. A physical experience. Physical experience means bodily kinesthetic. So in this hands-on learning, drama, dance, sports. So these are the teaching activities in physical experience. Then social experience. Social experience means interpersonal. Interpersonal means role play, simulation, peer tutoring, cooperative learning. Students means work in a group, cooperate with each other, so they develop all these things. An experience in the natural world means they learn from the nature by studying the nature. Then next we have the differentiated instruction. So what do you mean by the term differentiated instruction? Differentiated instruction means tailoring instruction to meet individual needs. Means whenever we're teaching in a class, there are a number of students, right? So our teaching style should be satisfied to all the students in the classroom. Means we have to meet the individual need of the student. So what is the aim of the differentiated instruction? Its aims are improve learning outcome, means we get the good result, increase engagement, maximum students will participate in the discussion, giving the answers of the questions that are asked by the teacher. Means we have to increase their participation, increase engagement. Then increasing self-awareness, means student have a self-awareness to learn new things. It may be of language, it may be of mathematics, it may be of a science, maybe of social science. Inspiring a love of learning, means we have to create some ideas in the classroom so that students love to learning. They don't get bored. They love to learning of every subject, each subject. Then helping students learn more efficiently with more deeper understanding, means teacher should help the students so that at every point, teacher should help the students at every point so that students can learn more efficiently and they understand all the topics with deeper understanding. There should be no confusion to the students. So In this we also discuss about some things like there are 40 students in a class and we have a 40 minutes to deliver a lecture in the class. So how can we satisfy the individual need? How can we satisfy it? It is difficult for us, difficult for the teacher. So somehow this problem can be removed with some making groups of the students of like qualities, means the students which have the similar qualities. We make the groups according to their qualities and give them different work or instructions to complete some problem solving, some graphics, some other things, some assignments, right? So all the students get engaged in that. We can allot the different assignments to the different students according to their ability to make their interest in a particular topic. If they complete it, then we move on further, right? So next, now up to this we have discussed about the learning styles of the students, how they can learn, right? The different methods. Then there are teaching styles also. Teaching styles, in this there are the various factors which affect the teaching style. These factors are strength of the class, like we have taken the example of 40 students, 40 period, 40 minutes ka period. Students learning needs, okay, means the needs of the students, how they can learn, how we can engage them, how can we make an interest of the students. Course content, depending upon it is related to the science, related to the maths, related to the language, related to the social science. So it depends upon the course content also. Our teaching style depend upon this. Level of the students. Level of the students means KG section students or higher class students. Our teaching style should be different. We can't adopt the same teaching style for the 12th class students as well as for the KG section students, right? So we have to change it. Students of learning styles, we have discussed the various types of learning styles of the students. So we should change according to the learning styles of the students also. Availability of time, like 40 minutes. How can we engage all the students? We have to make a proper planning for this. Willingness to take risk, means we have to adopt the different teaching styles. Means we have to be ready for taking the risk so that students can learn better. Information about different methods of teaching. So for this we should have the knowledge of different methods of teaching. We should have knowledge of different methods of teaching so that students can learn better, because we are here to teach the students so that they can learn better and better, right? So these are the various factors that affect the teaching styles. So now I have here the Grasha teaching styles. Grasha divide the teaching styles into the 5 types: expert, formal authority, personal model, facilitator, and a delegator. So we discuss one by one. First one is expert. Expert means the teacher is expert in his subject. It may be related to the language or any other subject, math, science, social science. A teacher should have the skills, full knowledge to transmit the knowledge to the students. Means the lecture should be well prepared. So as there are advantages of some things, then we have the disadvantages also. So sometimes a teacher is expert in all field of his particular subject, but too much knowledge of a teacher lose confidence of the students, may lose confidence of the students who are not good in academics, okay, entire the session. So students don't get properly that knowledge, they don't understand, don't grasp everything, they are not able to grasp, right? So those students get confused. Then formal authority. Formal authority means we focus on the content. This is a teacher centered. this teaching style is teacher centered, means the teacher only focus on the content. Means we have, like sometimes we said that we have to finish the syllabus up to this, right? We don't care about whether the students are learning properly or not. We don't get any output from the students. We keep on going on our lecture. So this is teacher centered, right? Students expected to receive everything from the teacher. Means we expect, in the formal authority we expect that, teacher expect that students receive everything that was delivered by the teacher, right? Then the third one is personal model. Personal model means from our personal experience. We teach the students from our personal experience, from our personal daily life examples. So I think this method is good to deliver any topic to the students. So teacher can give the personal examples to the students so that student get interest in the topic, right? So in this limitation also, like teacher discuss a topic in the classroom, give a assignment to the students submit the assignment, but that is not according to the teacher personal experience or the level. So here the students get lost, right? So there is a limitation also. Then facilitator means nature. Means we give some suggestion to the students to complete the work. We focus the students to finish this activity or this task in this method, in this way, right? We motivate the student. Then delegator means it is related to the developing autonomy of learning, right? Advantages क्या? Delegator means freedom to learn, means student can learn freely with no fear, right? Now disadvantages क्या है? Delegator means not ready to learn independently. Students can't learn independently, means we have to focus the students on a particular topic. So according to me, the personal model is the best. So these methods, some of these methods we can include them in teacher-centered approach, and some we include them student-centered approach. So in teacher-centered approach, we have the direct instruction given to the students, formal authority, expert, personal model, right? And student-centered approach, it is inquiry-based. Inquiry-based means we give some fact to the student, so they research on the content, inquiry on the content, and then complete that topic or submit their assignments. So in this we have the facilitator, personal model, delegator. So student-centered approach means we should have to cooperate with the students, facilitate them, means we have to give suggestion to the students so they can do work better, right? One student learn from a topic and then deliver that knowledge that he received, deliver that knowledge to the other students also, their peer mates also, their classmates also, right? So these are the different methods that given by the Grasha teaching style, but no one method is best. No one best method is there for the teaching style. There are the variety of styles we have to choose to inculcate an interest in the students. We have to choose a variety of styles so that the learning outcome of the students will become efficient, they engaged in the classroom, they become responsible. So it's our responsibility to adopt the style, different styles, so that students will become responsible, cooperative, they have a courage. We should encourage the students to learn the different things in their life, right? and self-esteem. So we inspire, motivate, care and teach to the students according to their needs, according to their learning needs. So according to the learning needs of the student, we adopt the different teaching styles. So here I given a link that is given by the Grasha. By clicking on this link or by copy this link, you can in a Chrome you can get a few questions, normal questions, give the answers of these questions, and you can identify your teaching style. That are 5 given by the Grasha, right? Thanks.